Hi friends, welcome to Data Empire with Kirti. So here I am with another video with a new interview question which will be definitely asked for experienced candidates. So the question is how to replace blank space or null values with 0. So whenever we are having huge number of records of data in some particular data points, data will not be present or it will be given as null or a blank space. So that if we want to replace it with 0, then here I'm going to use two methods to resolve this issue. So one is znfunction and one is zn and lookup function. So let's see when I'm going to use znfunction and when zn and lookup function is coming handy to resolve our issues. So let's go to Tableau. So here is my Tableau. So initially I'll connect to another data also. So I have a small data set in my Excel format. So I'm opening it. So let me take this here. Yeah. So now I'll go to my sheet. See here I have a very small set, like for my particular EMP ID or employees I have some salary and I have this intensive. So let me make in a proper way. So I have salary and the intensive for that particular month, or you can take it. So now coming to here we have blank spaces. This particular blank spaces, or if we see that the particular values in the Excel format, it will be as null. So see, we can see here as null. When we come to our sheet, it is representing in terms of blank space. So now here I'm going to use zn function to resolve this issue. So for this salary, I'm going to create a calculated field using zn function. So I say it like zn underscore salary. So it will be like zn function so the calculation is valid, apply and okay. So now coming to intensive, I'll be creating another calculated field. It will be zn underscore intensive. So let me take my cal function here, zn function, close the bracket. Now calculation is valid, apply, okay. So now if I remove this particular, let me take here zn salary here and zn intensive here. So when we take salary, initially it is having null, but when I make in terms of usage of zn function, then my null value is replaced by 0. Here it is same for intensive. When I used my zn function, then I got 0. So in this way we are going to use here zn function to replace our blank spaces or null values with 0. This is fine. So in this situation we are getting help with zn function. That is well and good. Now let me show you another situation. I'll be taking Superstore and I'll be taking my order date into columns like this. Yeah, I'll pick up my month. So I'll be taking different months and I'll be taking my subcategory into rows. Now I'll be taking my sales into here text. So now we can see this particular copiers for the month of February, it is blank space. So earlier situation for this particular case, I have used znfunction. So I used znfunction to replace this null values with 0. But coming to here, let's try that, how it is going to work. On this sales, I'm going to use this as zn underscore sales. So let's see how it is going to help us. So the condition is valid, apply, okay. So now I'll take my zn or yeah. So one is sales, one is zn sales. Sales, it is 0. Even I'm using zn function, the 0 function, I'm getting blank space. In this particular situations, we definitely get some situations, even if we use like is null and if null, even such type of functions will also not help in some part of data points at some points. So for that, we need to use an other function here. So we can clearly see here the regular sales value, it is blank. Even I'm using zn function, it is getting blank. Then how to resolve this? So now I'll create another calculation field. So this will be zn dot lookup underscore sales, right? So how I'm going to take it? So I'll make use of zn function, and within zn I'm going to use lookup. Lookup sum of sales, sum of sales, here it is sum of sales, comma 0. So here it is like sum of sales, this is the expression, and the offset value is 0. So it is going to give 0 at that particular point. Mean the current value, if it does not have any values, it will be replaced by 0. So lookup, we are using the combination of zn, lookup sum of sales, and offset value is 0. Now let's see it. Let's use this here. So now you can see it here. Yeah, let me drag it down. Yeah. When I have the regular data, it is sales, blank space. I used my zn function, even though my issue is not resolved, it is again blank space. Now when I used zn with lookup, then my issue got resolved. I got here as 0. So in few cases, in few data sets, at a particular data points, we might not get help with zn function to replace the blank space or null values with 0. In that conditions, you can make use of this particular function, that is zn lookup sum of sales comma 0. So this function helps us in a better way at hard times. I hope this particular video is helpful for you, and let me rename this particular sheet as zn.yell underscore sales. So I hope it is clear. So in some situations, for the blank spaces and null values, you can use zn function directly. It helps us in most of the cases. In hard times, if the zn function is not helping, if the is null function is not helping, or if null function is not helping, then you can make use of this zn lookup function, where it helps us to resolve the issue to replace the blank spaces or null values with 0. I hope you learned a new function here. Thank you a lot for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe. That will be great support. Thank you.